want to get your grip sorted out. So the way I always have gripped the club to try to find a neutral grip is I'll usually try to take my knuckles in between here and get the club face square. I'll hold that, and so that way the back of the club is against that spot there. And so that's going to be with your left hand, or for Jackson, since you're a lefty, that'll be with your right. And then you'll basically just go ahead and fold it over a little bit. And so that way, if you drew a line straight down from the middle of your club, the left side of your thumb is basically just going to be grazing that center line there. And then for you, obviously, so you have the line here, right. And as you guys can see, you can pretty much draw a line straight through to where you'll have it on the other side, actually. So where the right side there will just cross there. And then from there, you'll take your right hand, and whether you're going to go ahead and do like a 10-fingered baseball grip, or you're going to go ahead and do an interlock grip if you guys do that, or you can do an overlap. It's really, the preference is yours, and feel free to mess around with whatever works. But regardless of which you choose, you're going to almost want to put a line. So if you've got a dot pretty much on that knuckle of your thumb, that knuckle of your thumb, and that knuckle of your thumb, you want to make sure that this portion of your other hand, the one that'll be on the bottom, is just going to match up with those points, and then you'll fold it over, and it almost is just like a hot dog in a bun. That's always what I've liked to look at it as. So as soon as you have the hot dog in the bun, you've pretty much got a good grip. The only other thing that you might use as a check to make sure it's all squared away is that you've got a V here that'll pretty much point right down the center of the club. So once you have that, then you're going to have a solid grip there, because if you have a tendency to get it to where your right hand would be under it, as you come through the club, your face is going to be pointed pretty much closed, and that'll send it in a hook, and that won't be good. And then if you have a tendency for where your right hand, or your top hand I should say, is a little bit too on the other side, then you'll have a tendency as you come through to not be able to shut the face, and you'll just leave it right out there. So the biggest thing is a grip. So and then from there, as you guys sort of start to stand over the ball, and I'll grab this really quickly. You know, the biggest thing too here is that we just want to make sure that it's consistent as you guys sort of go through. So the way I've always aligned myself to the golf ball is I usually will have a logo on my chest, and that's usually, for you, would be on your right, but for you guys it'd be on your left. So it's pretty much like just above like your left chest here, and that's where you kind of want to line the ball up with. And then from there, you just want to make sure that you almost have like a 3-line system. What we'll have, so you'll have a line from your toe, from your left toe, it'll draw pretty much straight up through your left shoulder here. And then you'll have one where it's pretty much the left side of your head will be directly over your zipper. And then from there, your right shoulder will be right over the right side of your right foot. And then obviously, Jackson, for you, everything will be reversed. So I'll do my best to sort of go through that with you individually too. Yeah, so if you guys just want to go ahead and start trying to set up, and I'll sort of walk one by one around and sort of give you guys some pointers and some tips, or give you some feedback.